and I see you've got like all of those Green Lantern Geoff Johns omnibuses stacked up. Is that 1 through 3?
That's 1 through 3. So you obviously played a big role in that story, right? How was that working with Geoff Johns on that Green Lantern run?
It was so fun, man. It was really fun. Every time, Geoff wanted to do something, it turned out to be, you just say yes. Geoff says, I want to do the Morlocks over at Marvel. And you say yes. You say whatever you say, Geoff, because he always had a great idea. Geoff was a lot like, Geoff was like the captain of the football team. Like he was good at getting you excited and motivated to do absolutely anything and then to turn in your best performance. And there aren't too many people like that in comics, I don't think. I think Scott Snyder is probably like that. But most, it seems like everybody is just sort of hanging on by their fingernails. Geoff had self-confidence. Whenever we approached a project, it was like we were two prize fighters, ready to knock someone the F out. So Green Lantern was just like, this is ours. We're taking this over. I don't care what people really did before. We're going to make appropriate changes to make people excited about it again.
Yeah, I mean, it's arguably the best DC cosmic story of all time. And what he has to explain to you, like, we're going to do this emotional spectrum of color. We're going to bring back all these dead heroes and make them Black Lanterns, right? Like that conversation has got to be, let's do it, right? Like,
so like that was, Geoff had this idea, like he had this idea that the Guardians were keeping a deep, dark secret about, Blackest Night. Like Blackest Night was actually going to be something. It wasn't just part of the oath. It was an event that was prophesized and would take place. And what was it? What was it going to be? So one night I called Geoff Johns at like 3 a.m. because I didn't know a lot about Green Lantern. We had just done Green Lantern Rebirth, and I learned through Green Lantern Rebirth that Guy Gardner used to wear a yellow ring. Sinestro used to wear a green ring. Sinestro now has a yellow ring. And I'd say, Geoff, how many yellow rings are there in the universe? Like, why are there just 2? Are there just 3? Like what? And he said, I don't really know. And I said, why? It's like, why wouldn't there be a lot of Yellow Lantern rings? Why wouldn't, Sinestro start his own, political force to oppose the Green Lanterns? And then Geoff came back with Sinestro Corps War, and I got to draw the opening salvo of that. Got nominated for an Eisner, but lost it. Did not win that Eisner. Yeah, I did. But in any case, I started to think, if yellow is next, it's weird that yellow and green, they keep interchanging. Sinestro's a Green Lantern, then he's a Yellow Lantern. It's like Guy Gardner. And I said, it's almost like yellow and green are kind of converged together a little bit. And if you look at the rainbow, which we all do often, you'll see the green and yellow are right next to each other, blending together. And I called Geoff and I said, Geoff, you can say this is stupid if you want to, but and I was always like afraid to tell him ideas because I was afraid he was just gonna, like, getting shut down by Geoff is really like sad and demoralizing. But I said, why wouldn't there be blue lanterns? Why wouldn't there be red lanterns, orange lanterns? Why don't we do the entire spectrum? Because if green is kind of this middle of the road motivation, it's just willpower. The other side is fear. That's a different motivation. The opposite of fear is hope. That should be the blue lanterns. And we build out overnight. We build out the entire emotional spectrum. And then he said, we got to do Black Lanterns, and they're going to be dead DC superheroes, and that's Blackest Night. So that's going to be the next event that we do after Sinestro Corps.
So it's not so much that he gave you the idea of the spectrum. It sounds like that was you with the idea.
That's right.
Damn.